In the heart of Silicon Valley, dreams are built from code and sometimes destroyed by it.
To the world, they were the perfect pair. Smart, successful, unstoppable.
They shared not only a home, but a workplace where innovation never sleeps. Every second of his life was measured, efficient, and emotionless.
Behind her calm eyes hid the weight of silent battles.
Love without words, or perhaps love long gone.
Everything looked perfect, right down to the unfinished renovations.
Even paradise has its storms.
He stared into endless lines of code, searching for meaning in logic.
A routine welfare check. Nothing unusual, or so they thought.
Silence can be the loudest alarm.
Order on the outside, chaos within.
No sound, no movement, only the still air of something terribly wrong.
The living can look like the dead when guilt consumes them. A color contrast that screams louder than words.
When time runs out, law becomes secondary to instinct. Perfection ends where reality begins. Genius meets madness fake, and love become collateral damage.
In the space between guilt and grief, silence speaks louder than screams.
Every detail tells a story, prescient, one that cannot lie.
Evil doesn't arrive with thunder. It walks quietly next door.
The modern diary cloud, written in pixels and erased in fear. Happiness, frozen in time tie, and shattered by truth.
Science replaces emotion. Facts become the only language that matters. When tragedy wears a tech badge, the world always listens.
From code to crime to trendy, the story writes itself.
In the land of perfection, empathy must be polished for the cameras.
Success abroad. Shame broadcast back home.
Truth dissected under sterile silence.
Blunt force trauma. No chance of survival. No sign of mercy. Genius now reduced to silence, the one thing code cannot fix.
It was an accident.
Denial is the last refuge of those who can't forgive themselves.
Words cut deeper than knives, until knives answer back. In a world built on data, trust becomes another variable to manipulate.
The sun rises again, indifferent to human tragedy.
Work continues. Machines hum. But one login will never light up again. In the digital age, grief goes viral. Curiosity becomes evidence when death follows a search.
Even geniuses crumble when love becomes a competition.
Every number now counts down to judgment.
Walls don't need bars when your prison is your own mind.
No one is above the law.
Justice doesn't care about IQ scores.
Even monsters deserve representation, or at least explanation.
The truth is not always spoken. Sometimes it's stared down.
Data doesn't lie. But it never tells the whole story either.
Isn't it possible this was self-defense?
Words bend reality, but never break it.
She was scared. She wanted to get out.
Fear often whispers before it screams.
Every tragedy begins with a beautiful day. Dreamers who built the future brillig until the future consumed them.
12 strangers now decide the price of one mistake.
He planned it. He acted it out. He killed her.
When logic meets obsession, reason dies first.
Seconds stretch longer when your life hangs on a word. Justice may be blind, but it never sleeps.
Some answers never arrive. Only silence.
Love once lived here. Now only echoes remain. Even in the cloud, ghosts remain.
Genius now reduced to a number in a system he once believed he could outsmart.
Yesterday's tragedy becomes today's footnote.
Innovation doesn't mourn. It replaces. Corporate compassion, copy-pasted and approved.
The digital graveyard blooms with sympathy and emojis. Hope, like memory, refuses to die easily.
She wrote of dreams, not danger, Sepei, until the final entry.
Even silence leaves clues.
Brilliance and madness, two lines that often blur.
Vows meant forever, but forever lasted 5 years.
Even in joy, cracks begin to form. Everyone wants a reason. No one wants the truth.
Speculation is the new entertainment. We turn horror into clicks and grief into views.
For a moment, strangers shared her name like a prayer.
Guilt needs an audience, even when forgiveness never comes.
The confession no courtroom ever heard.
Behind every innovation lies exhaustion, and sometimes despair.
Emotional intelligence isn't optional. It's survival.
Between two worlds, some souls get lost in translation, and of a system that values performance over peace. Beneath the flowers lies the weight of unspoken stories.
They gave their daughter to the future, and the future took her away. Homes forget faster than hearts.
Freedom is cruelest when you finally understand its worth. When stories end, productions begin. The internet resurrects the dead, but never revives them.
Every ending begins with one word left unsaid.
Tragedy doesn't announce itself. It whispers.
In nightmares, he still hears her voice. Time heals nothing when guilt never sleeps.
Sound of closure and endless confinement.
It was the calmest crime scene I've ever seen. Evil doesn't always rage. Sometimes it kneels.
A profile, not an excuse.
Technology reanimates what empathy forgot. In the world of perfect systems, the human heart remains the ultimate bug.
Not every wound bleeds. Some just never close.
Behind every dream, a shadow waits.